Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Hi. So we're back on this block of 10 flats that we have been converting, and it's taken quite a few months to get to these utilities and to understand who we need to call from an electricity point of view, and then obviously water and gas. So right now, one of the best things is on this block we've managed to we had one supplier. We've now added more supply for the water. You can see the water meters there. We have to re-energize the electricity. Down here, and you have to just trust me for it. There's a massive cable that supplies the block here, and that was disconnected by UK Power Network, and that took weeks for one of my team to work out who needs to go there, who needs to be there to actually re-energize. We spent thousands of pounds also to get somebody to come in and connect this, but we've now done it. So the good thing is this was a drug den, and this was the challenge here was actually coming in because it's raining. So the challenge we have, and we've had since buying this, so adding value is not just about building a property from scratch or title splitting only. In this case, adding value is solving all these other problems. So in our case here, we had to solve the problem of being a drug den, getting rid of all the rubbish, and then making sure that the electrics are fine, the gas supply is fine, the water, they'd actually split all the meters, the joint meters supplying 3 flats under 1 meter. It's a right mess. So here we're adding value in this particular way. So we spent a few months working this out, and the puzzle's been now almost getting to a point of solving. So we've got electricity back. We had to wait for the electricity to be back for the gas to be allowed to be put back on. So the electricity took a while. Now the gas supply has been put back on live. And also we've got all the split in meters done for water. So now we've got the supply for each of the flats separate to each other, not conjoint as it was before when it was illegally converted without planning permission as well, may I add. So as you can see here, if you can spin around here over the last few weeks, we've come back on site. In the meantime, I've got my planning consultant working on the submission. If you recall, I'd said before, I'd used a pre-app facility from the council. It cost me about £800 for this girl to come and actually have a look at the project. They said, you know, there was an enforcement order on it. They said you had to go from 10 flats to 4 flats. And then she said, no, actually, I think we can, it's so large that we can actually get to 8 flats. I've decided to not go for 8 because it will have more likelihood of having issues with neighbors. So I've decided instead of going for 8 flats, I've gone for 6 really large 2 to 3 bedroom flats. And that's going through the process of planning. Why? Because they already had pre-approved planning for 4. So going from 4 to 8 adds another 4 flats, which creates another hassle with highways, parking, infrastructure, neighbors. Whereas going from 4 to adding an extra 2 to go to 6 is actually not that much harder. It's not that hard because the car park space is not an issue. Neighbors are not going to complain, and that's why I've decided to go for 6. In terms of exit values, we expect it to be about 1.5, and there's probably around £900,000 worth of value creation here, which is great. But like I said, adding value is not just always about bricks and mortar, it's about solving problems on other fronts, like we've been describing the planning, the utilities, changing the floor planning. And right now, we've been talking this morning, we've built plumbers around supply. Because we've had to put the new supply put in, we've had to be testing all of these. So you can see here, middle floor, loft, ground floor, and trying to work out how. If you then follow me on one example of this flat, for example, this was a 1 flat that we've now conjoined together on the ground floor to create one very large flat, because the size was undersized. So now, if you can just follow me here, so the front door is behind here, as you can see here. Now, when you walk into this front door, coming into this room, kitchen's behind where I was standing, bathroom is here, and then we've got the bedroom. And this used to be blocked up completely. We've broken through this to join these 2 flats together, becoming 1. And then this becomes the living room. This all kitchen will go, and the kitchen's going to be fitted on the other side where I was. So that becomes a really large living room, lots of light, and 2 big bedrooms here with an ensuite on that corner here that we're going to reinstate. So these are the things that we've been doing over the last, well, probably now October, November, December, Jan, Feb, March. So it's about 5 months, but out of those 5 months, we've actually really been here about 2 months to clear out, and also, but what we've had to wait for all the utilities to be put back on. So once that's done now, which it has been, we're now putting brand new boilers in each of those flats. Once that's done, the next process is to test all of them for all the radiators working, supply for hot and cold water in the kitchen and bathroom. When that's done, then we start shutting all of the floorboards down. Once that's finished, we get all the decorators in and we start to look at finishing this project. So all in all, it'll probably still take me 7-8 months. Bearing in mind it's a 10 block flats. On average, or it'll be now 6 blocks of 2 to 3 bedroom flat, on average around 80 to 100 square meters. So really big flats. And value creation, while we paid 480, we spent probably about 100 grand, so 600 grand spent. In terms of exit value, somewhere around 1.3, 1.4 mil at the end. So there's going to be a really decent amount of chunk of value creation there, taking all the money out after the title split. That then will allow me to take all my money out and leave those on 6 interest-only flats, renting around £1,300 to £1,400 per flat. That will yield, so that's about 9, it's about £8,000 worth of rent. Let's say half of that will go onto interest only. You're looking at another cash flow around £4,000. So remember, value creation is not just about buying one house and actually with a few floorboards missing, putting a new kitchen and bathroom. You can solve bigger problems to actually then end up with bigger value creation. Thanks for watching, and I'll update afterwards.